You're quite an insightful person when it comes to understanding what is your method of approaching the content that you share with your audience. I think to me, this conversation not only tells me a lot about, how you approach, like I said, but also why you're so conveniently convincing, if I can say that, when you speak to someone. Probably like this: if somebody is getting to know this for the first time, they might have their inhibitions, but if they're walking with you through this idea that you carry with you, I think it's very easy to really understand, it's very easy to imbibe, and it's very easy to relate. Having said that, I was just very intrigued by the kind of footprints that you had, and there was this one particular mention that had my attention, which read that you are the one who has already tried hard to get into the recesses of his mind and the reality of life. The one who is prepared to work hard for his liberation, the one who is fed up with self-imposed bondages and is prepared to pay the price for freedom. Acharya Prashant comes as a rare and rare friend to such seekers. Well, if I may ask, because that question was the first thing that came into my mind when I read this mention on the internet, what is the price of freedom that one has to pay? And now that you've paid it, why is it worth it?
Certain things do not even require a, a reason to validate them, because they are. What is need not be backed by a reason. Let me elaborate, please. Now that we are conversating, when you say something, you want a response. When I say something, I too want a response. And when we say something to each other, we want the other to listen and be attentive. Now, why is that so? We may ascribe a reason, but actually it is because of our nature rather than reason, swabhav. That's the way we are. That's the essence of consciousness. Freedom is the very nature of consciousness. We do not want bondages. And that's why when you want to punish someone, you throw him into the jail. Right? And that's the reason why bondages have to be pushed aside, whatever be the cost. In that context, I have said that one has to be ready to pay the price. Because freedom is invaluable. It is who you are. And you won't get any kind of rest or peace without freedom. If you are not free, nothing in the world is going to assuage you. Something within you would keep bleeding, wailing, crying for liberation. And that's the human condition. As we are born, you see, we are already born with a lot of inner bondages. If you look at a newborn baby, 1 month, 6 months, maybe even a 2-3-year-old kid. Till this point, he has not been taught much by the family or society. A 2-month-old kid, baby. Still, there is a lot of ignorance. Still, you would find fear, greed, temptation. Some kids start lying from a very early age. In fact, all of them do. Even if they don't actively lie, there is a tendency to lie. Now, nobody taught them to lie and cheat. We are born with that tendency. And that is bondage. And that won't allow us any kind of joy or peace. And we can't live without that. And there is no reason why we can't live without that. It just is like that. It just is like that. Nobody can live without peace. Nobody wants his or her consciousness to ebb. And that's why death is such a scare, because death is the end of consciousness as we know it. So these things just are. They pertain to our fundamental nature. They do not come from something behind them. They are the very beginning. So we must have freedom. And if a high price needs to be paid, so be it. It's just that once you agree to pay the price, you discover that the thing that you are paying for freedom actually carries very little value, even negative value. Let's think of it. What is it that you must keep aside so that you can be free? Obviously, your bondages. So, your bondages is the price that you pay. Your bondages are the things that you renounce to be free. Now, renunciation becomes such a nice word. Renunciation becomes celebration. No? You're renouncing your bondages, your chains. It's like you're in handcuffs and you are being told to pay the price, and the price is handcuffs. For your freedom, you need to pay a price. You are in handcuffs, and the price is handcuffs. It's just that a very distorted kind of value system has taught us to put a lot of premium on handcuffs. These are very decorated handcuffs, socially respectable handcuffs. So we think they are something of enormous importance. We treat them as jewelry or something, something. And when we are told, you just keep this aside. You will have to drop these things if you want to be free. We are very reluctant. So initially it feels like a sacrifice, a renunciation. It feels like a big deal. Oh my God, I'll have to give this up if I want to be free. But as you get into the process, as you begin seeing the reality of things, you realize that what you are giving up is of no value at all. You are gaining immense freedom by sacrificing something that was inherently worthless. So that's a great deal.
Makes sense. I think that is the point, that we start enjoying it does not necessarily mean that it has value, and ultimately,
Wonderful.
if you have to give it away to get something that really matters, then it won't even feel like that after a point of time. It's just
Wonderful.
I think this is I really like the fact that you don't try to explain everything which people might seek answer for, because like you said, they are that way. They do pertain to what we are looking out for, and makes sense. And I think if it is coming out anyways, that I am in sync with what you're trying to say, and I'm able to relate to it on my thought process level, because most of the time I do not find myself reading or educating myself about these things. But I don't think we should do that, because if you get to look at things with this perspective, like you said, right now, at this point of time, right now, I wouldn't be feeling bad about missing out on something, because ultimately I'm not missing it out for something. I'm paying the price to get something better. So I would not be regretful. I would not be remorseful. I would not be not enjoying something which I should rather, right?
Wonderful.
So
Yes.
that makes sense. That makes sense.